Right, the tute will be available for you all as PDF, and once you like start register for my classes, we will courier the tutes to you. For today's session, you don't want the tute because I always would be showing the tute. You can see, na, tute this would be my online setup, right? Okay, and this is very convenient way of learning. Okay, so guys. Let me start like this. I would like if you all always like interact class you all have to give me replies and all, right? Okay, so for whatever the question I do ask, you should reply and be very honest, Puta. Be very honest whether you understood or not. So let us start the session like this, right? Okay, so here same guys, how many of you are from my like physical class? Any students here from my physical class that you joined at IMS or the Akurana class or the Matare class? Is there any student in other? Right. Let's use the everyone option to reply. Hari. Okay. So let's start like this. So you all know guys, okay, the subject the accounting, ne? Right. Accounting is the subject. Can you all see me writing on the screen? Was it clear? I have to make sure everything is perfect before we start. That's the thing, right? Okay. Once everything is perfect, right? Okay, we just continue doing our classes, right? Hari, is it clear, guys? Okay. Can you all see? Would the little thing of what accounting kela? Yes, right. Okay. So let me start like this. If I ask some students who did accounting for O-level commerce, like what is accounting, probably they will give me answers, Putha. How you know? They would be you giving like memorized answers. How accounting is the process of identifying, recording, classifying, summarizing transactions and events to provide information for stakeholders for decision making purpose. Yes, wherever you go, you would study the definition. I'm not saying like no sir will give you like the wrong definition. Everyone will be giving you the correct definition. But Putha, remember now, I hope you all might be knowing I am teaching business studies too. Even business studies subject, Putha, you should not memorize, because nowadays it is case studies. The examiner is preparing questions for you. They are going to check whether you are able to apply the knowledge, not just be a parrot. ඇයි parrot කියන්නේ ලස්සනනේ සාද? No, a parrot is something that memorizes and utters the words. It just repeats. It doesn't know the meaning. පෙත්තොබත් කෑවද කියලා ඇහුවම් පස්සේ පොරට තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ බා. They don't understand නේ. That means you can't be parrot. Especially business studies में බෑ කියනවා. If I'm saying you can't do that in business studies, imagine accounting, never. Accounting, Putha, you have to understand. Understand means not just understand. There is something called you have to understand logically, Putha. Right? I'm saying these words since 2012. Logical and තාර්කිකව හිතන්න ඕනේ, right? Okay, that means you should know why. Now, for example, like if anyone says if you add these two, you get the answer, you should not be learning, okay, sir, then if we add this, we do get the answer. Nah. Right? You should always know, guys, okay? Not like okay sir, we understood. You should know why should we add these two to get the answer. So I always believe if you learn with meaning, if you learn logically, Putha, this subject is the most easiest subject, right? Okay, but some people will not agree with me saying, oh sir, accounting is very difficult. Yes, if you don't learn it properly. For that, first of all, you have to choose the right class. Honey? Now in Candy, if you take my class, I'll say it's one of the leading class. Saturday class, Sunday class, Gudak Lama in Hari. Right, so let's start here, Putha. Let me ask from you, let me say you all, what is accounting, you know? First of all, the person who involves in this job, Putha, we call them as accountant, no? We call them as accountant. So anyone knows like why do you what is accounting? Accounting is a job which is done by accountant, no? So a job kila kyanne Putha, these are all These are all by some process. No, accounting is a process. Process means like it is what, guys, a series of activities he should do. But let me say very simple. I am a teacher means what am I doing? I am providing knowledge, or I am providing information for the student, for a group of individual who are known as students, to like guys get to face an exam, to do their exam, or to like generate knowledge, right? So who is a like driver? A person who actually guys operates a vehicle no safely from moving one place to another place. So if you ask from me like who is accountant, very simple. Accountant is the person who does accounting. No. So let me say then, accounting kila kiyanne puta. Accounting means what you know. It's all about providing information. That's all. That means an accountant's job is to provide information. Then you might think, sir, like weather forecast wageda, not information about a country, puta, not information about the weather, not information about anything. Information about, we call an entity. Now you might ask, who is entity or what is entity? An entity, Buddha, is a unit. It could be a business, it could be a person, it could be an organization where we provide the information about. Right? So what is accounting? Very basic, step by step. Harida. Accounting is all about providing information about an entity. For whom are they going to provide this information? You know, there might be some individuals who need information, like the owner of the organization itself. If not, the government needs some information from the accountant for tax purpose or anything, right? If not, a bank might need information to decide whether to provide loan or no. So we call all these people as one word, we call it as the interested parties, or we call stakeholders. So I would like to know from you all, right, what is accounting kila hawanang? If anyone asks you, like you all went to Usman sir's class today, online class, like what is accounting? Say accounting is all about providing information. Information means like about whom? What information? About an organization or a business or an individual, someone, right? Okay, info. For whom? For still you don't know what is the information, right? For whom are we going to provide this information? For the people who require those information, known as stakeholders. So say me whether did you understand, Puta, like okay, accounting is about providing information for stakeholders. Eka තේරුණාද හැමෝටම? So the accountant who goes for a job, puta, එයා ගිහිල්ලා වාඩි වෙලා මෙහෙම laptop හරි මොන හරි, එයා what is he doing? You know, he's preparing information which is relevant for stakeholders. That means here most of you might be thinking, yes, I am studying accounting, I want to be an accountant, so I will be an accountant. Means now you imagine what is your job, what is your responsibility there as an accountant, to provide information. So I am going to provide information. For example, let me ask something like this, Pute. Everyone should answer, right? This is the same example I did in my physical classes. So I'm going to go with the same thing. I am going to buy, Puta. මේ මම මේකම කියද physical ළමයි මෙහෙ ඉන්නව නම් බලයි අයියෝ sir again කමක් නැහැ. I am going to buy, Puta, මේ timber කියන්නේ මේ wood pot, wood කෑලි හරි ලෑලි කෑලි wood or timber for rupees 1,000, and I'm going to hire a carpenter and I'll be paying him 500. Why, you know? Because he manufactured a chair, right? Okay, he helped me to produce this chair. So he wanted 500. So we produced this chair using this timber, and Puta, we sold this to 1,800. Hari. So I need you all to say whether it's a profit or loss. Same, guys. I spent 1,000 should reply. Haniwaring reply karandone. You all know, guys, I stopped online classes. Issara kara COVID kale. Then I went with hybrid. You know what is it? Students don't reply kala kiyanne mata etana kick kiyanne vibe banne, guys, right? So let's interact. Audio I will allow, but right now please use the chat option, Pute. Say me, what is the profit here, Puta? What is the profit? It's better if you can use the everyone option so that I can read, right? Yeah, I will explain stakeholders and all. First of all, say me what is the profit puta ko katti. How much is the profit here? I purchased timber for rupees 1,000 and I spent like okay 500 for to a car. I gave 500 to the carpenter, and guys we sold this chair for 800. My question is, how much is the profit I made? Anyone? Yes, good. Zeenat, Ahmad, Ahla, Himna, Noha, all correct answer. Umar, yes, go on it cut. Yeah, others group pe okkalama join na, but like oh hey join na katya thin, right? So actually who feels this is important, they would join. That's why I'm doing this August session. I'll be doing fully free. Join and get benefited, right? Amana, very good. 300. Shall I say who you are then? You are accountants. Why? You provided me the information I required. Who am I then? Stakeholder. Because I needed that information. You gave me the information. Profit rupees 300. I needed the information. So you are an accountant. Is it clear, guys? Okay. Accounting is about providing information for stakeholders. Why I wanted to make a decision like, should I continue this business or should I not continue this business? So look, now someone asked me, sir, who are stakeholders? Stakeholders are the people who need that information for decision making. Now you would understand accounting is the process of providing information for whom? Say me guys, use the chat option. For whom? Accounting is the process of providing information for whom guys? Kaata the information then. Students? Is a process of providing information, very good, to stakeholders. Now you would have understood why stakeholders needed this information. Why did they want this information? Why I wanted to know whether it's profit or loss. You don't care about why they want, because they have to make some important decision. No, information kiyanne mokada. Do you remember from your O level ICT or A level ICT? If you are doing A level ICT, if not you had done O level ICT, or if you had gone through this, information is anything which is useful for decision making. No, you would agree with me. No, what is information? Anything which is useful for decision making. So why stakeholders need information for decision making? Can you all understand? Did you all understand what is accounting? Accounting is all about providing information to stakeholders, enabling the stakeholders. What is enabling? Making the stakeholders able to make proper or important decisions with related to that entity. Entity means what? Right now, example is business. Is it clear? I need to know පුතා. At least thumbs up එකක් දාන්න ඕනේ ඈ. Not yes කියලා එක්කෙනෙක් දෙන්න බෑ. Thumbs up or heart නම් heart දාන්න එපා. Right? Give me a response. Right? Did you understand what is accounting? You join my class with zero knowledge. අවුලක්ම නැහැ. Right? So accounting is about what? Providing information. You just gave me the information. The profit is 300. I wanted the information or I needed the information. I am the stakeholder, Buddha. Why I wanted? Where to nanny? You don't want. Why do I need? I will make my decision based on that answer. Right? Okay, good, Buddha, good. So I can see replies also. Yes, good. Good, Buddha. So now if anyone asks you, like, okay, don't think like once I starting a class he would give the notes, but let me say you one thing. I'll be doing classes in August. No, so August we have 4 weeks, Buddha. First week with this class there are another 3 more classes, sorry, 4 classes. First chapter would be fully completed. First chapter would be, we don't drag first chapter. It's like 4 maximum 5 days, but 4 days we can complete perfectly. Hari, right? So now the next question, Buddha. Hari, දැන් අපි යමු ඊළඟ එකට. Right. Now, as a student here, you understood this, no? Accounting is about providing information for stakeholders, enabling them to make decisions. Hari. Now you will think like, right, in order to like provide information. Now you gave me the information is what do they 300 profit, no balaganda ondata. So do you agree this is the information you provided? So information is known as the output, means there should be input to create output. Do you all agree on it, guys? You gave me the information, ne? So do you agree with me? If you are providing me the information which is your output as accountant, there should be input. Do you all agree with this statement, Buddha? There is no output without input. Do you all agree? Without input, there cannot be any output. Do you all agree with that? Yes, no? Good. So, if the information is known as the output, in this case you said 300 rupees profit, Putta, then what is input, you know? Input is actually, in ICT and all, they teach you data. Data is like raw facts which are not processed, which is not useful. It should be converted to information which is known as data processing. Am I correct? Data should be processed into information for decision making. Do you all agree? Yes? Cut here. Don't make me feel like talking to a wall, eh? Right, okay? Yes. No? Yes, Pudha, exactly. Hari, Anna, ekama tamai, right, okay? So here, shall I say what was the input? I said you, look at this, Pute. I purchased timber for ₹1,000, paid carpenter ₹500, sold the chair which was manufactured for ₹1,800. So did you notice you needed this input to create this output? Do you all agree, Buddha? You all agree? මෙන්න මෙව්වට කියනවා අපි පුතේ, this input in accounting is known as transactions and events. So the input in accounting, for an accountant to create the information which is the output, that accountant can't do magic, ne? Without knowing anything, can the accountant do om ring gahala? So they need some details, no? Those are known as transactions and events, Puta. These transactions and events are process, not data processing, accounting process. There is a process into output. For this, you have to follow various steps. We call it as accounting process. Step by step by step, තියෙනවා. Your chapter 4 is accounting process, where you would learn to record these transaction events step by step by step. If you had already joined a school, your teacher would have said identifying through source document, first step, recording in prime entry book, second step, classifying in ledger account, third step, then guys, okay, like summarizing in trial balance, and then preparing the financial statements. Right now you are not learning those steps. You just know there are some steps. I don't know the steps. But here still we are learning what is accounting. Accounting is the process of preparing information. Now we studied. Now you know, to prepare the information, we have to identify and record what, Pute. To prepare the 300 rupees profit, you have to identify what? Can anyone say me the answer? To prepare that 300 profit, you needed what, Pute? I am looking into the chat option. To say the profit is 300, you had to, as an accountant, you needed what was the input, Puta? Exactly. Very good, Ruzni. Very good. What is it? Yes, Puta. Transactions and events. So everyone say me, what are inputs of accounting, Puta? Everyone. I would like, Puta, please respond. Hari? What are inputs in accounting? Yes, him. No? himma. Am I correct? Emada. Yes, what are inputs? Transaction events. Can anyone say what are outputs in accounting? In accounting, what are inputs? Transaction events. Now, what is output? Output is what, Pute? Information. Exactly. In accounting, transactions and events are inputs. No, transaction events are inputs. Information is output. So the accounting job is what? ඒක මේකට හරවන එක හරවලා දෙන එක අද ඉදික මාත්‍ය ගුඩු කරදනේ converting the transaction events into like information which is needed by who needs the information Puta, who needs information for whom are we going to give the information කාටද දෙන්න information අපි for whom පුතේ stakeholder means only owner won't the government wants to know your profit to decide the tax you should pay? Yes or no? Will the bank manager give you loan without knowing the value of your assets and all, guys? No, right? Anyone who needs the information is known as what, Pute? I need the word. Yes, very good, me. No? I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your names correct, right? Ifra, right? Okay. Zeenatyo. Yes. So same guys, okay. Why? Is owner the stakeholder or can it be anyone, guys? Who can be stakeholders? Only the owner needs information or anyone, Pute? I'm looking at the chat. Mom mehe balana Pute balane chat එක. Mehe balana I'm looking at you. Anyone. Stakeholder is anyone who is interested in that information. Now let me say Buddha, I am investing in the share market also. Hari, mama avila share market එකේ invest කරනවා. You think how do I invest on select shares? Inky pinky ponky father has a donkey කියලාද? Do you think I invest in shares like that? Do I invest in shares just by guessing, Buddha? What do you think? For example, let's say there are banks we can invest. The banks can like not fixed deposit. I can invest in that banks, right? So the Ceylon Bank is there in the share market, Commercial Bank is there in the share market, Sampath Bank is there. How do you think I just invest in that? I just select the bank randomly? No, I look into their financial statements, which is the report, the information. I read it, analyze it, and then make a decision. Should I invest or no? So I am to a stakeholder. Is it clear, guys? Okay. Anyone who needs to make decision with related to that business or that relevant entity is known as a stakeholder. Is that clear? Is that clear? Right. Now it's been almost like around 20-25 minutes I just started the session. Still, sir did not give any notes to write and all. I just said, 4-5 days we complete chapter number 1. Tute available. Tute එක දිනවා. Tute එක දිනවා පුතේ මේ. Tute එක දිනවා. හරි? මෙන්න දිනවා tute එක. හරි? Right. Okay. So, first of all, let's complete the now first chapter පුතේ have 6 lessons. First lesson only we are focused right now. What is accounting? I am very sure most of you all here, if you are listening to me with purpose, you can explain to anyone in Sinhala or Tamil or in English the basic idea of like what is accounting. Accounting is all about recording transaction events. How? I don't know. How done? Systematically, there are some steps. Why? To provide information for whom? To stakeholders. Why stakeholders need the information? They need to make decision. About whom is this information? About an entity. Understood or no, guys? Okay. Understood or no? I need thumbs up or yes or මොනහරි කමන්නේ. No also කමන්නේ. Right? No නම් කෙලින්ම leave වෙලා දුවන්න. හරි? Understood? You will explain anyone after you learn with me, right? Because I said, logically understand, not just answer is giving the note. Understood? Yes, good. Yes, Puta. Right. Right, very good. Right. So, Buddha, like accounting is, you repeat with me at your home, you repeat with me. Accounting is all about Pute recording what? Fill in the blanks, okay? You fill the blanks, right? Accounting is all about recording what? Buddha? Recording what? Recording what? Accounting is all about recording what? You do fill in the blanks. Ogalankara. Yes, very good. Transaction events. Uh, Systematically. How? Because there's some steps you don't know. That's your second heading. That's your second heading, Puta. Menna tino accounting process. So you just said me accounting is all about recording. What is it? Transactions and events, right? So how? I said no, there are some steps you should follow. But you will understand the last step. What is the final thing the accountant would do? Communicate. So I'm going to continue this. You did fill in the blanks. Accounting is recording transactions and you answer transaction events. But now, Buddha, how you should learn, you should learn this way. Now, you all said understood. I would ask from myself, sir, I understood, sir, but sir, what is transactions and what is events? Is both same or different? Ne? Am I correct, Buddha? I have a doubt that can do, ne? No? Yes or no? Do you all agree? I will teach you how to learn also, guys. Because though not like those days, to be very honest, then kale lamai puta, they are not තාර්කිකව හිතන්නේ logically හිතන්නේ නැහැ පුතා. Just sir is saying, we are saying, okay, sir is asking understood, we will be saying yes. You talk to yourself and say, did I understand this perfectly? Can I teach this to someone else clearly without any doubts? Then only it's perfect. Right now, Pute, let me see what is transactions and what is events. Right? Transactions and events, Puta, shall I say the difference? If there are two people, two kila kiyanne Buddha, the business and another party, customer, supplier, employee, anyone, and there is some exchange, Buddha, goods, services, resource, any exchange which can be valued in monetary terms. There should be two parties exchanging resources, like something. Look at the example I took, right? I purchased timber. I bought timber. I gave 1,000 or I will be giving 1,000. Transaction, right? And exchange, a transaction is a proof that there had been an exchange. Look at this. A transaction is a proof that there had been an exchange. So an exchange that is valued in monetary terms is transaction. Now the example. I paid carpenter rupees 500. He worked for me, he provided the service, he gave his effort as a labor, I paid him money. I paid him. So there is a exchange with monetary terms, transaction. Understood transaction, everyone? Superior man kila denawa, you focus Puta, that's enough. Right? Understood? Understood don't memorize the definition of transaction and all Pute. Your school note or your class note or everything is correct. You can check notes from Google also. Don't worry about it. It's about like what is here, right? Haripute. Then you will ask, then what is events? Can you explain me what is events? Events Puta. Now for example, I am going to dance. Mama dance hari. Mama dance at them event. But however Pute, not dancing, singing, running, even. But in accounting, if that event can be measured in monetary terms, it is recorded as input in accounting. So, example, Hari. I'm going to say an example. Right? I sold goods for rupees 1,000. Transaction or event same? Is there like an exchange taking place same? I sold goods for rupees 1,000. Transaction or event puta same? Transaction. Why? Yes, there is an exchange between two people. Money is involved. Yes, very good. Yeah, I'm going to explain transaction. Transaction means there should be at least two part business. One part is the business, the other part is an outsider or anyone outside. So there is exchange of something that could be measured in monetary terms. For example, I purchased goods, I bought goods, I paid money, I sold goods, I paid rent, I paid salary. There is a monetary money involved, and there is an exchange, exchange of a good or service. However, shall I say what is event? Everyone answer, right? Okay. Suddenly, there is a flood in the business. Flood is there, and the business is like okay affected. Is it an event or no, guys? Yeah, it's just a flood. But guys, there was no any destruction or anything, nothing. Guys, okay, small flood, just until our flood until our ankle level, right? It's an event. But if that flood had destroyed or had created a destruction or destroyed our stocks, rupees 1,000 worth of stocks destroyed by flood, is it a transaction? Was there two parties involved and was there any exchange? Is it a transaction? Is it it is not a transaction, Buddha. Why? There was no exchange, but still 1,000 rupees worth of stock was destroyed. Can you record that in accounting, Buddha? Can you record that in accounting? 1,000 rupees worth of stock destroyed due to flood. Can you record that in accounting? Can or no, Buddha? Can? Yes. So we can't call it as transaction, no, but still because we can record it in accounting, that is known as event in accounting. Understood or no, Buddha? Despite a exchange, if it can be measured in monetary terms, we call it as an event in accounting. Understood or no? Understood? No one asked me what is transaction, what is event. Mumma doubt create kare, mumma explain kare. I am the one who said. I want you to develop that thinking knowledge. Like let me ask about if there are 2-3 words where I don't understand, let me clarify it, right? Can I get a reply with I need thumbs up, hari, heart, hari, monari kamanne. If you are like very lazy to reply yes, no, there are some students who are replying. Say me, Puda, did you understand what is accounting, the basic idea, what is transaction and what is event? Understood? Good, Puta. Yes. Right. So now let's expand our definition. How to expand our definition? Accounting is the process of identifying and recording transactions and events in a systematical way in order to communicate or provide information. For whom Buddha this information will be given? Information කාටද? To the stakeholders, right? Stakeholders, enabling the stakeholders. Why stakeholders need the information? Because they need to make decisions. Is it clear or no, guys? Okay. Is it clear or no? That is known as accounting. Accounting refers to the process of identifying and recording transaction events in a systematical manner. There is step-by-step process. You don't want to know that right now. In order to provide information, we call this information Puta economic information, because Puta it's all about like mainly monetary related things. Economic information to the stakeholders, enabling them to make important decisions with related to an entity. Entity means what? The business. Can I get a reply? So in your tute, Puta, I know that some of you are, so where can I get the tute? Right now you can't take a printout, no? So after today's session is over, I will drop the PDF to the group. Hari? But once end of this month, I will ask who is going to continue these online sessions, because I want you to experience, because I have a very good setup. You will see this is a very good setup to learn. I am interacting with you all. Hari? So Puta, what are you going to write here, accounting is the note. The accounting is the process of what Pute identifying, recording transaction events. Now you say it with me, right? Okay, before I say, you say at your home. Recording transaction events systematically in order to provide economic information. This is the best definition. Economic information to the stakeholders, enabling them to make important decision related to business or decision related to the entity, accounting entity. That is known as accounting. Understood what is accounting? Definition එක තේරුණාද පුතා? So if you get an accounting job, if you become an accountant, your job is to provide information, proper, good information. For that only you learn from A level how to prepare this information. After that you will do chartered account, or you follow your degree, or you follow a professional course like chartered accounting or ACC or something like that. And then in that you get experience like how to prepare proper information, and when you apply for jobs as accountant, they will be happy hiring you. Why? Because they see you are qualified, means you can prepare good information, better information, not just information. Is that clear or no, guys? Okay, is that clear? Is that clear, Buddha? Right. So විනාඩි 5කට, right? Okay, let's I'm allowing you to unmute yourself, right? Let's talk for a while. Hari, before we write any notes for there. Today is first day, no? I'm allowing you to unmute yourself. Let's talk. Hari, so please like let's for one final time Pute, let's try to say like what is accounting, Puta. Hari, everyone? Go. ලැජ්ජයිද නෑනේ? Hello? Arkam, Zamil, Ahmed, Ahla, Aida, Ifra, Getmika, Hamda, Mahdi, Nuha, again Anuha, Nusrat, Sayan, Nuksha, Umar, Zeenat, Nahadi. हर द नाम टीका. Right guys, go. Unmute. Not video no, audio no. අර්කම්ගේ සද්ද හැමෝටම ඇහෙනවා. Oh, you don't want to speak. එහෙමද? This is good. You think this is better than you don't want to speak. Chat is good. එහෙමද? Is chat good then? You don't want to talk? Oh, shy. Shyද? නෑනේ. Right, those who are ready, say it with me. You can use the chat option. Don't be shy, guys. Come on. It's audio, no? Right, okay. Everyone, like, say me. Accounting is all about recording what? Answer. If you are using the voice option, yes, you can. Accounting is all about recording what? Chat option. No one wants to speak. Let me speak then. Go, Ahla, go, Ahmad. About what were they? Recording transaction events in order to provide what? In order to provide what? It's okay, use the chat option. No worries, Buddha, no worries. In order to provide what? Very good. Economic information about whom? About whom? Not for whom, about whom? Kha ganada yarapatti. Very good. About an accounting no. About an entity, not for. For කියන්නේ යාරක කාටද? About කියන්නේ යාරපත්ති කවුරු ගැනද? About whom පුතා? about an entity for whom, Puta? For whom? For whom? Kaatad. Ah, for stakeholders. Yes, no one is using the voice option. I'm sad, right? Hari, for the stakeholders. Why stakeholders need those information, Puta? Why stakeholders need those information? Because stakeholders need to make decisions, the important decisions with related to that entity. Yes, Puta. So you had successfully completed the first lesson in chapter number 1, which is the definition. You might think, sir, one lesson is finished. Yeah, from a chapter, first lesson is done. That is learning the definition. Okay, so I want you to write roughly, Puta, write in a piece of paper. Once you get the tute, you can write in the tute, Pute. So I want you to write roughly. Okay, what is accounting? Accounting refers to the process of identifying and recording transactions and events systematically in order to provide economic information to the stakeholders of an entity, enabling them to make important decisions. Understood or no? This is what we call it as accounting. Understood? Understood, Buddha? People who are here, you all reply, Buddha. Right, understood? No? So once you get the tute, Pute, this is the note you are going to write. Accounting is all about identifying and recording transaction events systematically. The word I had used is what you know. Step by step, one word is systematically in order to provide economic information to the stakeholders of an entity, enabling them to make important decisions. So if you are preparing accounting information about me, I am the entity. If you are preparing the accounting information with related to a bank, bank is the entity. If it is regarding your school, school is the entity. Understood entity, understood transaction events, understood information? Yes? Yes, no, Budane? In physical class, because I talk to students, no, so they reply, so we speak more than this, but I make a Venus with it. Look, finished, done. Definition should have been understood. And then Puta, I hope, look, now this is American Accounting Association's definition here. CPAs, like certified public accountants, like their definition. This is given in your syllabus guide. Yeah, you can easily understand this. Accounting is the process of identifying, measuring, look at this, providing, communicating, look, economic information to permit informed judgments and the decisions by the users of information to make decisions, Buddha. So a judge is a person who makes decisions, so judgments to make decisions. So they are not going to ask you these definitions. They are just they always you will have an MCQ asking which of the following statement defines accounting, right? Always there will be an MCQ that asks which of the following would define accounting, right? So let us go for the next lesson, Pute. So let me again say this is your chapter number 1. Normally you would see if anyone is like totally like, is there any student here who is not in my physical class? Raise your hands. That means you just joined this class, you did, yes, that means you are not in my physical class. Right, good. Ah. Right. So I would appreciate if you had understood. I'm also really happy, right? Okay. Sometimes you might be following a class, but you just tried this class. There is a link here. Let's join, right? Trust me, you will learn this easily. Puta, normally why did I ask you, Pute? Because other students know about me, no? Mage ළමයින්ට දන්නවනේ. Normally, if you go for a class, you know what is day one. This is your syllabus, grade 12 syllabus, grade 13 syllabus. This is the paper structure. First paper 1 is 30 MCQs, short answer questions. Paper 2, there are 6 questions. First one is compulsory, second is compulsory. I never said anything about that. What are you going to do knowing that in day 1? In day 1, you should know, can I follow this class? Do I understand sir's teaching? Is no, but can I teach this to another person by after sir's class? That's what I did not talk about those things. You learn that after chapter 2, 3. Right now, you focus on learning the theory properly. So, in chapter number 1, Pute, the first one is what you know, definition of accounting. Learning the definition of what, Pute? Accounting. Second lesson is what you know. The second lesson is knowing what is the accounting process. Almost you know the process also. Let's move on to that. Let's move on to the process. This is known as the accounting process. What are inputs in accounting process? Transaction events. What are outputs, Puta? Economic information. Then what is process? What would the accountant do? You know 1, 2 and last. He would identify කියලා කියන්නේ බුදේ, like accountant will never record without a proof. Is it clear? Just I'll say you all, if you are from a international school or you are like following private classes, you go to the counter and say, give me the class fee receipt, I'll pay you after interval. Will they be saying okay? Will they be saying okay guys, okay? Or at least guys, if you talk to my online coordinator and saying I will make the fee payment later, like I need all access and all recordings and all this, they will say it's okay, no problem. Then you are saying mark as I paid, I'll pay you later. Will they be okay? No. An accountant will never record a transaction or event without evidence or without proof, Puta. Without evidence or without any proof. So the first step in accounting is what you know, Bhuta, identifying that transaction using a proof document known as source documents. There are various source documents, receipts, payment voucher, like invoices are there, debit note, credit note, like counterfoil, like journal voucher. Sir, what are those things? You learn this in chapter 4, so do not worry about these documents. But unfortunately in government school, Puta, they will talk about these things in chapter 1. Molet kachal veno. This is chapter 4, right? Okay, right. Anyone came across those words in your school or a previous class in chapter 1 itself? Anyone? Innawada? Yes, මේ වගේ මොකක්දෝ තිබ්බා. Right? Right, okay. So guys, in accounting process, what is it, Bhute? You should know the input is transaction events and process is what you do, and output means what, Bhute? Information. Okay, so you have now completed two headings, Bhute, actually two lessons. What is accounting and what is accounting process? Accounting is all about, once again, you do fill in the blanks, right? Do not memorize. I never said to memorize here. Like accounting is all about providing what? Okay, now I'm going to change all those order, right? Accounting is all about providing what? Everyone? Use the chat option if you don't want to use the audio option. Accounting is all about providing information. Very good, very good. About whom, guys? About whom? Information about whom? Information about whom, Buddha? About, yeah, some said business. Yes, a business is also an entity, but it could be a business. But shall I say one thing? In A level, we always do accounts of a business. In A level, we don't say Mr. Pereira's account. We'll say Mr. Pereira's business. Account. Very good, very good. And um, let me ask like, for whom are they providing this information? The accountant. For whom does he or she provide? For stakeholders, right, right, okay, stakeholders. Can you name, let's see, three stakeholders who might need information? Three. Like, there is a separate here. Let me show you all. මෙන්න බලන්න පුතේ, මෙන්න බලන්න, මේ බලන්න මේ. Stakeholders, owner, manager, employee, customer, supplier, government, bank. We have to learn about stakeholder also. But look, you itself know, right? Who needs this information? Stakeholder, right? Okay, right. So can you all say me, guys? Okay, like stakeholder, ne? Why stakeholders need the information? You all reply me. Why stakeholders need this information? Hey, puta, hey, Tony. To make decisions. For example, if the business is going in a continuous loss, puta, if it is going in a continuous loss, the business owner will not continue the business. He might want to like, okay, like either like they modify it and change it, or close down the business. Look, right, very good. Even an employee will not be willing to work in a business which always makes loss and does not pay salary on time. Customer would not like to be a customer of a loss business because he might not be able to claim warranty and all, right? Okay. Likewise, Pute, that is known as accounting. And same with the accounting process. What are inputs in accounting? What are inputs in accounting? What are inputs in accounting? Very good. Transactions and events, like, okay, transaction. What are outputs in accounting? What are outputs in accounting? Very good. Information. Very good, Puta. Right. So now listen, you had completed out of 6, you completed 2 within this 1 hour, guys. Okay. Right? Within one. So it's like 4 classes. We can complete chapter 1. Right? So I don't want to rush also here. Hurry. Now let me see, guys. I have included in my tute, Puta, after this lesson. This is the more. If you had joined all my sessions but you missed this session, Pute, you can't understand chapter 2, 3. Now in my classes at IMS, I am in like chapter 3. We are in chapter 3 for the group 1, and we just started chapter 2 for group 2. Right, guys? Okay. So, and I did not say the father of accounting, Luca Baglioli, like the notes are here. There is no questions related to that, Putehari. Right. So let's see who can provide me the answer for this. Is the question clear? Penone? Question here? Right. Take your time, decide and say, why do we need an accountant? The main primary objective. Say me the correct answer. Say me the correct answer. Don't guess. You read and then try to answer. Don't guess, Puta. Hurry, read and try to answer. Anyone? Yeah, I can see majority saying third. There is a fourth answer. So fourth answer, is the owner only person who needs this information? Which is the best answer? Shall I say how to decide the best answer? Always the word communication or a similar term, providing information should be there, because that is accounting. Right? Okay. They're asking the primary function, purpose, objective means providing information is the answer. For whom? If it is if it is a particular stakeholder, that's not the answer. It should be the stakeholder. Who are stakeholder? People who use the information for decision making. So the term users is more accurate. So answer is providing financial information to users for decision making. Understood or no, guys? Okay, that's the best answer. Is it clear? Is it clear? Is it clear, brother? Right. Let's see. Right. Let's see. Try to read it clearly. Don't answer in a hurry. Question number 8. Try Putta. You might get confused. Think well, but still you go with. I know you will answer it correctly. Karan Putta, what the answer? Guys, while you are answering that, drop me a message that while we were doing the class, was there any glitch in the video, audio, screen, any? Because I want to make sure the setup is perfect here. Was there any issues while you were in the class, lagging or anything? Monarthi brother. Very good. I can see correct answers also. Very good. Not correct answers also. All correct answers. Good. Try to use the in everyone option. Pute. Right. People who had answered, your answer is correct. So I said I gave you a clue. It should the term providing information should be there. Pute. Providing information for whom? The common term is stakeholders or the interested people of the information or the users of information. So first one says measures transactions and events in the monetary, not basic. It should be basis, right? That's a printing error. Basis. That is not the function of accounting in a firm, guys. Okay? It's just what one simple activity in the process. No, it analyzes financial information. Yes, it would does, but it's not the. Look at the question. Best describes. That means they are saying everything can be the answers. Which is the best one? Records transaction. Yes, it records transactions. Yes, but is it the best answer? Provides information about the firm for decision making by its stakeholders. Answer is fourth one. So were you able to answer the two questions? These are not my questions. These are extracted from papers. Were you able to answer perfectly with me? That means you never guessed. Were you able to answer those two questions, Buddha? Were you able to answer? Give me a reply. Right. Okay. So now I want a reply with a here look. You will be able to understand these two terms also. Right. Let's move on to Mekat Balnaimu. Transactions can be identified as an exchange of resources between a business and other exchange between the business and other parties. So in the business point of view, transactions, if you can value it in monetary terms, we consider it as what, Pute? An input, a transaction account. Example, I will give after you get the tube to your hand, you can write Pute. I will be giving paid rent 5,000, paid salary 3,000, purchased goods 10,000 rupees 10,000, sold goods for rupees 50,000, right? Understood transactions? Give me a reply. Give me a reply. Understood? Yes. Accounting events are only those events that can be measurable in monetary terms despite, regardless, an exchange of resource takes place or not. Example, shall I say? Stock destroyed by flood. Depreciation. What is depreciation? Look at this. Now, my phone I purchased at a value. Now, its value has gone down with the usage. Depreciation, it lost its value. It is an event. I can say it has lost around 300,000 worth of rupees compared to the date I purchased it for. Understood? After you get the tune, probably next week we'll be working and writing. Today it's the first day. Did you understand the first and second lesson perfectly today? Give me an honest reply. At again. Right. Did you understand the first and second? How would you like how look paragraph on just saying guys, did you understand today's lessons like first and second lesson, right? And can I need a small reply regarding how is this online setup, because I have a smart board deck hari me video gamune annaru, right? So smart board deck but I thought of going with this setup. How is the setup? Is this fine, guys? If you are continuing the session, probably join August join free guys. Okay, is this setup okay? That means, is it like you feel you are interacting? No, I thought there's a good fine look among right? Yes, no. Right, okay. So the first Putta, we have the hard copy which could be couriered. But the thing is, I will provide the PDF in the group, and during my next session today I'm going to not going to continue, wait until the last moment, not until the first day. You can't write anything, there is no tute, no. So can you take a printout? If you are around like Candy means you can collect the hard copy of through your friend, but if you are not around like Candy, I'll provide the PDF, take a printout. It's not much of like around like 8 A4s. With the chapter 1. And can you take a PDF and print out and be ready for the next class, Buddha? Right? Can you all do that? Be ready for the next class. And one important thing, are you all in that group? I opened a group or a group in that. Either I just noticed my physical students also had joined, some 27 batch students also had joined. In Mathale also no problem. I can provide the chapter 1 tute, no worries. Right, okay. So what will I do, Pute? Next class, next Monday, during the class, I will only keep students who are in this list in that group, and I will remove all other participants. Fair enough, no guys? Okay, no? If you join a group, you have to join the class. Asa what to join will right? Or I don't know whether they are joining the group to get some numbers and text you, hi, how are you? Do you know, you don't know me, galane? Messages right? So I will be doing that. What is it? Next week I will continue this session at 8 o'clock, exactly at 8 o'clock. And I will, during the class, I will see the participant list and I will just keep these students in that group for the remaining sessions. Fair enough, right? Okay, right? So, okay, I hope it was worth, the session was, it was effective. You learned what is accounting. You will never, even though you did not write a single note today, you will not forget what is accounting, even though you don't join my next session. Hari? Okay, Putta. Then today's session, yeah, it's 9:15. If I can do until 10, but I'll be again explaining without the tute. It might be difficult for you to write the notes because you'll rewrite it. So we will continue our third and fourth lesson during next session, 5 and 6 session, 3 classes, we might be able to complete chapter 1. During your free August sessions, you can complete, right? So if there's anything, you all let me know through the chat, I mean like through WhatsApp messages. So that's all from my side. I hope it was effective and you all enjoyed the session. Putha, like, okay, right? See you all then, right? Good night, right? Okay. Business studies class I am doing online. I'll be doing it as a hybrid session, right? I don't have a time to do like this, Pute, right? You can join that session and see, right? Okay. All right, yes, welcome, welcome. Good night, right? So have a good week also, and probably I'll be meeting you all next week, right? Okay. All right, so let me, I'll provide the recording too to the group. Don't worry. I will end this session right now then. Everyone have a good night, right? Good night.